Welcome back to Total Warhammer 3, part 18 of our Wulfrik the Wanderer Mortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we are here back again in Update 3.0. One thing I will start off with is that there are not going to be any Chaos Dwarves unless there are rebellions or anything of the such. I've just kind of checked on over here with a mod that takes off the Fog of War, and there are no Chaos Dwarves down here, but we actually do have a new sea route that will bring us all the way down into their lands. So I think we are going to go ahead and strike out and just start taking a look into what would normally be the Chaos Dwarf lands, but we can raid around and do some damage, because it should be taken over by mostly just Greenskins, so it should be a nice fight between our Marauders and the Greenskins. Speaking of, we've got Dusty here of the Slaves of Zar. He's just got a bunch of goblins. Some Snotling Putt Wagons as well, so I figured this would be a nice warm-up for our forces. A Dusty versus Wulfrik and Throg. Let's bring Wulfrik's squad forward, and we'll let Throg start the battle off. Yeah, we'll absolutely go ahead and declare war on these purple fools. Good, so do we. They've been waiting, and he does stick in to fight. We will go ahead and control the large army. I'm not going to worry about Wulfrik's forces. We'll just charge straight on in with our trolls and smash some goblins. Let's get to it. Alright, and so with Update 3.0, we should actually have a good deal of tweaks, very minor tweaks to a lot of our forces, their Marauders, and the Champions and the like. The most notable being that all of our chariots, kind of pretty much across the board for all factions, chariots are a little bit heavier, and they're a little bit better at smashing through their targets, so we shall have to see that in action with some of our Ice Wolf chariots, see if they're a little bit better than we previously got to use. All of theirs are on the one side there. Let's go ahead and make sure we set up that way they don't get a lot of nice charges in. You guys here will have the Berserkers off, not on the center, so they won't sacrifice themselves in a big old blob of gobos. We'll have the Javelins in the back. Controlled down twice, we'll bring you guys over. They should be able to all focus in on the same Snotling Pump Wagons there as they run in. Our Horsemen off to the side here as well. Perfect. Alright, so these are all the infantry. You guys in, well, same group, rather. Alright then. Same group. That's gonna be, you guys just want to keep being difficult? Just in guard mode, there we go. We'll have all of the Skin Wolves. You guys will be on Snotling Pump Wagon duty. You guys over. Let's have the weakened ones be outside. They're not in the middle of the fight. Okay, that's fine. Works for me. And then we'll have all of our trolls. Ice trolls off on the side here. As our smashy vanguard, the weakened ones can kind of hang back. Keep them in the center to help out Throg.
Ready to ravage!
Ready to ravage. We'll have you guys spread out on the line as well. You can be here. We'll actually kind of run as an actual army this time. Beast of Tashnar. And then the Mist Stalkers, which we can actually keep kind of off on the side here with the Marauder Horsemasters and keep the little safe. Perfect. You guys should all be as one. You two together. The boys. Alright, Norskins. Let's get into the fight. Norska. Push forward. You run forward, just be a big old nuisance. You two move yourselves in. We won't give them any attack orders, so we get a little bit closer, because the second you do, the AI sees it, and then they move their enemies around, or their units. Alright, Throg. Let's go find their archers and give them a good old blast of the corrosive vomit. Pull you back just a little bit there, so you're not taking shots from those archers. On the Skid Wolves all the way through. Move it out. Mist Stalkers as well. We'll have you just go charge on in. There's not a lot they can do about it. Those are just a bunch of gobos. Jump on that group. You guys just kind of charge on in. Move in together. Throg, can you go ahead and give them some OEOR vomit? Enjoy. That extra spicy Taco Bell. Bad for everyone. Yep. Chunky Gabo salsa. Charge in the Throg. We'll go ahead and have the rest of the forces move on in. Pull the different marauders over to help out with the Snotling pump wagons. You guys move around. Miststalkers charge on in. Base of Tashnar, come on behind. Hounds get on in and deal with those units. I guess they're not quite hounds. A little bit more clever. As a Skin Wolf roundup. Just walking really menacingly doesn't actually do that much damage. Give the goblins some smash. Now that does. Most of the gobos are fleeing. Where is the enemy general there? I don't see him. We are getting our Snotling or our Marauder Hunters charged in by the pump wagons there. Probably be a bit more clever with it. There he is. He's bogged down in some of our Marauders. He's actually losing a lot of health too.
Chaos Marauders!
Gavin's doing a really good job. All of them landing in pretty much the same spot. He's gonna try and flee. And yeah, that's gonna be that. Or Slaves of Zar paying the troll toll. We are going to continue to pace some gobos. I will control my campaign map. And we managed to smush some goblins without losing too many. Only 61 fell. I would be a little bit sad if we lost any more. The old smash. We can go ahead and sacrifice those captives. A little bit more gold. And we can keep moving. Get ourselves another Mammoth Tamer and a Scarecrow Banner. Second, we don't care so much about. The first isn't so bad. Grab Throg then, and I think we're going to declare war on these greenskins as well, the Savage Orcs that are in our lands. We'll push Wulfrik forward as well, those we can actually gain some experience. Let's go for... Spawn of Chaos only gives us more experience, which is not bad, but amazing either. We hit the 50% cap there on replenishment. I would not be surprised. 50%, yep, that is what we can max out at. So we're going to go ahead and grab a rally so we can grab the champions in the north. Keep our foot soldiers increasing.
What?
And their potency there. And we can grab Throg. I think we'll just continue to make you better at fighting. We'll grab you the Quicksilver, make you a little bit faster. Bridal will give you the Deadly Onslaught. You've earned it. Didn't really need it that battle so much, but we definitely will coming up.
This is my
Even these Savage Orcs are going to be a little bit more deadly. We'll bring everyone together on them, so we'll have Thorhole put you out of raiding stance for a moment. Oh, we can't. Never mind that. That's kind of strange. Jump you back into raiding stance then. And then for Throg, we'll move you in. Wulfrik will make sure you can actually fall in behind. Perfect. He may still go ahead and flee. Wouldn't be surprised. He is currently only at war with Clan Molder, who joins us. Bring it on. He's on away. Over you chase. No, he can't. We'll just have Throg run him down by himself. Should be no problem. Gives us a decisive victory. We would lose our line breakers and the ice trolls as well. No good. Let's get to it. Alright. It knows it'll be decisive, it's just the how decisive it has trouble with. Let's grab our Marauders. Spread them out so they're kind of taking the wall instead of the middle there. We'll have the Werekin running through the trees since they're not actually slowed down or hindered by the environment at all. You three moving on up. They will be easy pickings for the archers there, so we wouldn't keep them back just a smidge. There, we'll have the skin wolves. 2 of them can be running through the forest here. I'll do just fine.
Good plan.
You guys can kind of run down the Savage Orc War Boys. Luckily, these aren't the ones that have the anti-lores, so we can have just a group of trolls with them, and that should easily bring that group down.
Suppose.
We'll lock them up in a group. Grab the rest of our trolls. Guardian ones in the center there. Just backing up the boys, giving them a little bit more oomph. Mist Stalkers, we're just going to keep them behind. Be a bit more compact this battle. You guys can easily outrun the boar boys. Should be no problem. Hide the hounds in the woods. Werekin. Actually, we'll put you both in the woods as well, up here. Frog in the front. Perfect.
You said it. Got it.
That'll begin. Go ahead and move everyone forward. We'll add these guys to their own new group. Lock them and just charge them in. Frog, go hunt down the Lord. You guys go around. And then we'll have this group just charge straight in on the boar boys there. Perfect. Alright. Go straight through the line into those Savage Orc Terror boys if you can there. You come launch those javelins at the biggins. You kind of help out with that fight.
Love them.
Get in straight on the front line there. Help Throg. Speed up. Actually, we'll go ahead and before we launch in, just blast some vomit at those orcs there. Enjoy. Charge on in now as they start firing.
Fine.
Alright, piece of Tashnar, I'll bring you up out of the woods.
Your will. No.
Perfect, let's come on in and get into these air boys. Away from those Savage Orcs there. Turn and jump on these biggins.
All will be despoiled.
Throg, let's get you out of that fight. You jump in on these air boys here. Perfect, perfect.
Take it, Southerner.
Keep ripping them to shreds. Speed on up. You have the deadly onslaught. Get that thing going. Hunt down this foolish lord here. Gets kicked by the troll, then the king. Yeah, you were messing with his youngin'. Big mistake. He wants to leave. There's only one way out of here, bud.
Cast Marauders.
Looks like the Mist Stalker's having a little bit of trouble. Which whoever one is fighting.
Marauder horsemen.
Should maul that group pretty badly there.
Now is our time.
Looks like the Werekin are fleeing, but they were already a little bit weakened, so I'm not so worried about that. And they'll be able to heal up quite nicely in the post-battle here.
Chaos Marauders.
You guys hunt down those air boys.
Flesh.
Beautiful. We've got some captives to run down.
Attack.
Cool, some lovely sacrifices, but I'll catch you all back on the campaign map. And Wazhumpa has been backhanded out of existence. We'll go ahead and sacrifice these captives as well for another cool 950. Treasury's looking quite nice. And he's courageous and has become a kidnapper. We'll go ahead and have Throg claim Novchauzi here. Oh, there's Skaven here. Which clan? I guess it doesn't really matter. We will go ahead and raise this one for Crow or the Eagle. Let's go for the Eagle for that research rate. We'll have to do a bit of work for it, but we'll get there. Alright, Throg won't be able to move then. That's fine. We'll have Thorhole instead.
Despoil and ravage.
If we can get it now, he can't do it in March. Cannot do any kind of the colonizing in March. Yes, that is just fine. We'll grab a Wulfrik, keep him where he's at, and actually start replenishing up the soldiers we lost. So I think we want another unit of the throwing axemen there. Just one more to be a bit of a problem. Although the horse masters are quite a bit better in all aspects there. They just don't have the armor piercing. They're better for bringing down large targets. In that case, we'll keep them on the Axemen for now. They have a little bit less range, but that armor piercing is really, really nice. We will go ahead and add in 2 more empty slots there. To be honest, the Great Maw Herd of the Bloodfjord is really what we're looking for, but we've got to get the Monster Hunt first for that one. Do we want some armor piercing at Trolls? I would love to have a Mammoth instead, but 6 turns sitting here is a long time. We can grab another Feral. He just actually rampaging is a problem. Is really what I'm trying to get to. Rampage of the brain. Go ahead and grab Hela and give you better training, so we have a little bit of breathing room.
Norska.
Thorhul will give you the dominating presence for that trickle of experience as well. Zoe drips.
I'm listening.
Alright, Wulfrik, I think we'll just go for... Man, that's tough as call. I don't really want another Feral Mammoth for the Rampage, but it takes 4 turns, so actually I think we will grab a Feral Mammoth and one of these Marauder champions with great weapons here. Looks good to me.
I'm skillful.
So we can trade out the Icehorn Marauders with Thorhul.
Enslave the Southerners.
You had March Stance to grab these off of Wulfrik.
Moving out.
Alright, we'll bring these guys on over. And then when the armored Skin Wolves are back, we have 9 turns, but when they're back, we'll go ahead and slot them back into Wulfrik's army as well. We may give him, in the meantime, something a little bit more expendable. And by expendable, I mean... Norscan Ice Trolls, question mark? That may be the way. A bit more armor piercing in the meantime. He's going to have to sit there for 4 turns no matter what. We'll go ahead and have Throg start moving down this way. We're going to send him through the seas. See what kind of trouble we can get him into. And we'll leave a Thorhul here to defend. Okay, we've got a good deal of gold. Let's go get to spending. Drak can go up to a tier 4 settlement. We'll get to that right away. Varg Camp and Serpent Jetty could also both be upgraded. I think we'll wait on them both just for now. Doom Keep in here. We could go for an upgrade to our Shamanic Pyre. We're really not having any issues with control, though. The final tier give us access to any more Shaman Sorcerers? Doesn't look like it. The Temple just gives us better Lord Recruit rank. Something to get at some point, maybe not yet. Definitely go for the extra growth in Erengrad. Trollfjord, we definitely want to start upgrading, but the Monolith only is 5 turns away, so we're definitely going to wait on that. Zoy Shank. Not as useful as the castle. Yedich and Volkstrad, we do have the wood camp going in there. We might take Volkstrad up so we can actually put some walls in for it. Be out of gold very, very soon. That's entirely fine. Here at Wrecker's Point, we shall go for the first dash. That passive income. And then in between the previous episode, we did manage to raid Middenheim, kicking off the next bit of the quest. So we'll swing on down to see if we can find it. So it was, you tear through Middenheim, leaving charred villages and slaughtered townspeople in your wake. Not only is there no sign of the Cygor brothers, but the soft fools of the Empire are surprisingly unknowledgeable at these monsters that are supposedly terrorizing their lands. But all hope is not lost. One of your shamans comes to you, claiming to have a plan which will lead you to your bounty. You can put this plan into action for you, but for a handsome price, of course. You'll need to fill your coffers. Apparently we have to have a treasury of 1,500, which we already sorted out. And so the next step is on. It was, well, have accumulated the funds the shaman demanded you pay his fee. There's always the chance he will double-cross you or fail to deliver what he promises. But it doesn't matter anyway. You can always execute him later and retrieve the gold if needed. With the job now paid for, the shaman scurries out of his hut. And we gained a new shaman over here at the Monolith. And he is added into Karl's army.
Tribesmen, gather.
It's Tar of the Hung. Or, I'm sorry, not Tar. We got Greidel Strigheim here. And so we've got lots of mages all rolling in one army here. We hopefully won't have too many of them and not enough magic.
Speak.
Well, it looks like we're going to have absolute plenty, but you never know. So the absolute, or I guess the next portion of the quest is we need to move any character to Dieterschaffen. So the shaman returns and discloses his simple but devious grim plan. Having communed with various godlings and demons in his mysterious rituals, he now claims to know the location of the Soul Eaters. He suggests you march your army to the edge of the Forest of Shadows, taking captive any men you can capture on the way, and keep them alive. This plan sounds like it's getting interesting. Yes, a great sacrifice.
A
Man witches. Go ahead and go into March stance because I really do not care if this army falls. We just needed to get into Dieterschaffen. Oh, hang on. We need not be dangerous. We can just jump into raiding stance instead, steal some gold. All the next step is available. Alright. You reach the edge of the forest, having taken on dozens of captives on the way. These unfortunates will serve as living bait to lure the Soul Eaters out. Will likely be accompanied by the vicious beastmen. By the vicious beastmen herd they march with. The hostages are chained up and hammered to the stakes upside down by their ankles, deliberately drawing their blood. Beasts will surely catch the scent, and it'll be hard for them to resist the lure of injured, defenseless prey. From a safe distance, you watch the doomed hostages, as their screams echo between the trees. Out of nowhere, a frighteningly large tide of beastmen suddenly emerges from the thickets, gorily devouring the victims, ripping them piece from piece, limb from torso. And then, as quickly as they'd appeared, they were gone. The scene of carnage and bloodshed was immediately surveyed by two pairs of hoof marks were found amongst the gored bodies, much larger than that of even the largest Cygor's ever seen. Your bounty is here. You give the order to march directly into the dark, uninviting wood, following the enormous tracks. The Forest of Shadows shall give up its prize. Salzenman Soul Eaters will be yours to sacrifice. Indeed they will. We just need Wulfrik to be ready for that fight. They don't believe anyone besides him can teleport on over there. So here in 4 turns exactly, he'll be ready to start off that monster hunt. Let's go ahead and actively upgrade the Slavers Camp and the Plunder Hall here. And then over in Bellacor's lands, I did have Eggle jump into an ambush. We'll see if we can't catch Burrodin over here sleeping. He's got some nasty forces here, I guess. Spawn and Hounds, as long as we can run off the Hounds, the Spawn can be pretty easily cornered. And he's got several Chaos Champions. All will be dealt with. And Burrodin attacks the Isle of Wights after it hit it all. Oh, he snuck on. How did you sneak by? I mean, fair enough. Decisive defeat. I don't know how he did that. Alright, well, Reichland has taken over Nordland, and we saw that, and we actually saw Festus' armies immediately smash them and start sieging Salzenmund. Which is interesting. You have to go to Dieterschaffen for the Salzenmund Soul Eaters. We shall not continue to comment on that. Let's bring you over towards our lands. Still in Dieterschaffen. We care not for upsetting the Empire. They appear to be doing really, really poorly against Festus. Arnau could use some walls. We'll get to there. Corona is currently the target of a Wa. A massive Wa. Eggle, yeah, let's move over here and crush Burrodin. We must have left just the smallest. Now, there's absolutely no way. They must have. Nah, it must be just the smallest gap for them to squeeze through. Looked like we were perfectly in the path.
Move on them.
Turns out, no. Love a decisive victory with medium casualties. We would wipe out our entire settlement garrison, and actually I think we do need to try to limit these casualties. Let's charge on in here and smush the Shadow Legion. Okay, so we have the advantage in that our Werekin is going to be very, very good at bringing down those wizards. Let's start deployment, and we'll go ahead and pull the... Where are your infantry teams? In the center there? No problem. I'll have the Iceforge Legion set up so they can keep blasting away at their infantry. Right on the other side here, we'll have the Javelin Men getting up front.
So be it.
Make sure the Mammoth is ready to kind of be the stopping block for the enemy there.
Honor the tribe.
Infantry team up front.
Yes.
Move these guys apart just a little bit. Try to grab the certain ones. It's not working at all. There we go. Lots of 8. Grab the Marauder Horsemen, throw them up front. We use them, try to lure those hounds back in.
They will succumb.
Perfect. We'll have the Skin Wolves off on the side with the chariots. That looks great.
I'll abide.
Other chariots, we'll have you guys are kind of hanging out nearby. Have our
Time for sorcery.
Mage of Flame in the center here. You hiding in the woods.
Chaos Marauders.
We will keep the infantry and the missiles separate this time, just to keep the order giving a little bit easier. You guys all together. Then the cannons. Perfect.
Order, chieftain.
Let's get this battle started. We're gonna immediately drop down one of their
So be
spirit
it.
leeches on those lads. Fair enough. Come on out. You charge right on in after this Lord of Khorne here. Infantry. Let's hang back. You guys go beat down on those hounds. Our Lord should have no problem. I think all sorts of problems there. Iceforge Legion, we'll go ahead and make sure you're shooting at something useful. Did completely knock that lad over. Getting battered about by the spawn there. Let's pull it away from him just a little bit. Get our javelin men ready up.
Take it, Southerner.
Get out of the woods there. And then turn and attack.
Attack them, Mortals.
We easily can bring down this group here. You charge on in after those Forsaken. Help out with this group. You guys should work together. You smack them. Activate your Seduction of the Serpent. On forward, we'll go ahead and then throw a... Get off to the side here, so we can throw a fireball at the spawn. Overcast it. Launch away, and actually Fireball has received itself a bit of a glow up, so... Please do the thing.
Shame on
There it is.
sorcerers.
Got a lot more effect on it. Alright, you charge in. Nah, actually, you would probably lose that battle there. Stay back just far enough. Animals on this side, we have the Chaos Spawn completely surrounded. Go ahead and make sure the Iceforge Legion is firing on better targets there.
Yes, chieftain.
Speaking of, you're having a lot of trouble. Go fireball at them.
No!
Bring them out of the woods. They can actually start helping out with their axes. The Lord is taking a little bit of damage there.
Orders.
I guess he got bogged down in the woods.
Give me blood.
Stand them back just a little ways so they don't keep running forward.
Yes.
You guys keep the Chaos Lord of Khorne bogged down. That's entirely fine. Looks like it's just hunting the spawn now.
What do the gods desire?
Perfect. We'll have our chariots start moving out, hunting down the individual units of hounds. It's not really going to work due to how fast they are.
Ready to
We'll have you chase down this lad here. Drop down a flame storm. Don't work out at all. What am I talking about? Running head of work. Oh, it's on a lot more ethereal looking. You get moving. We'll drop down a flame storm as well, just to keep the fire cooking. I don't see many other units of theirs that are still running. Just out in front and all the way over. Flame storm's going out. That looks incredible. Full-blown twister. Well, pretty easy victory there. We're going to see if he can actually hunt down this lad. Throw a fireball at him. Give him a tag. Oh, it's not enough damage. Chase him down.
Shame on sorcerer.
Your horse isn't not nearly as demonic looking, but quite a bit faster. No, no such luck. Alright then. And the Lord of Khorne was battered, but several of his units did manage to escape. We will go ahead and sacrifice those captives. Oh, I thought they managed to escape. Turns out they did not. Our ambush was full, and he managed to sneak on by because of that. He got a lot of gold out of the Isle of Wights.
Immediately.
We will turn around and jump into the raiding camp stance. Get right on the edge. What we're going to do is go ahead and give him some better forces. So it could be a Ford, Berserkers. We'll start trying to kind of trading these guys out a little at a time here. So we'll merge them together. That looks good. We'll kick this unit out here. I think if we merge them, we're going to lose. Not worth it. Boot that unit on out and grab 2 units of Berserkers. Give them a little bit more of a anti-infantry bite.
Chieftain.
Pass out some skills to Eggle here as well. We'll go for Takers of All. Really sounds nice. Go for the Champions of the North as well. Buffing all of our normal Marauders. We've got several of them already in rank 7, so let's go ahead and grab that. Not bad at all. Sweet, and then we should be able to bring a battle to Volomir here. Looks like he has given his vassals there a little bit more land.
Immediately.
Such is the way. We'll have Karl keep moving up towards Zajar and Naxodas here. We'll bring them down into one battle. He's got a lot of armies running around now, though, so we'll want to squish them quickly. Vestas is doing quite well. Let's take a quick look at our diplomacy.
All is well.
No one wants any non-aggressions. Getting into contracts with the minor factions is a really bad idea. I think we... Oh, he really doesn't like us. Our actions against Clan Mulder. Should we go for a defensive alliance now? That way we don't have to deal with fighting this rat right off the bat. I don't know that we're all that concerned with it. We do have Throg in the way, so... how much gold do we get out of you? 700? Not all that much, and we kind of want to wipe out the Skaven corruption nearby. It is a pain, and they will start building under Empire buildings, whether we want them or not. So eliminating them is probably actually a good thing. Friendly or no. We can raise their settlements and build them back for the Dark Gods. Just gotta make sure we don't drop below too much. So we're at 36. We can afford to have one more drop before we have to start raising things in the Serpent's favor again. We just have to keep an eye on. Lords need to move. We have Thorhul.
Of the tribe.
You, I'm going to have claim Novchozi.
In agreement.
That way our important units can keep moving. Go ahead and colonize, even though it's expensive. Interesting. The Bone Rattlers have been wiped out. More trespassing. Got a plague. Plagues are the worst. Alright, Throg. Get you moving. Raid stance. Start running on through. We're going to throw him at the, whatever is down in the Plains of Zar. 3 more turns before Wulfrik is back. I can't wait till he's back in action. Who all has not been moved besides? Looks like everyone.
A battle is foreseen.
Are you whispering, Asslog? Over here and steal some tech. Come on ashore.
I go.
Wherever. Wherever is entirely fine.
Slaughter the sheep.
Cormac will have you get some more soldiers in but a moment. You can start wreaking havoc in the Empire, but we'll pass out our commandment over at the Eastern Oblast. We don't have the money to resettle Novchozi just yet. Go for Marauders to Builders. Make it a little bit cheaper. And we'll end the turn. Right. The turn is again ours. It looks like... Did we get war declared on us and it didn't... I don't remember the Decadent Host declaring war on us. When did this happen?
The first.
Huh, apparently they did. I don't remember this, but now we have to definitely deal with these armies coming down from the north. Fully upgraded Slanesh armies. That's going to be something we are currently unprepared for. Alright. Well, we're about to have a whole heap of trouble in the home province. Surprise war with the Decadent Host, but for now, I am out of time for today. I've been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub zone, and I will see you on the next one.